Alright, so I'm just making this video because this is something really sad that happened, back in 22, and this guy just got I mean, he didn't really get I mean, he did get caught. I don't know the full details, but he essentially admitted to killing this 7-year-old, which is absolutely insane. This guy's a monster, but I just wanted to kind of, like, kind of analyze, like, is this guy, like, is it a mental health thing, or is it, like, this guy's just pure evil? Um, in general, like, I think just killing anybody is pure evil anyways, but sometimes, to be fair, sometimes it can happen as a result of a mental health issue. Like, say that, you're freaking out and you're hearing a voice, and, like, voice is telling you, like, if you don't kill this person, like, you're gonna die. Like, that happens, and that's why there's an argument where, people um plead guilty or not guilty by the reason of insanity. Um and essentially that's where there's like a gray area of, like, is this person actually, like, did they do this out of their own, intent, volition, to hurt somebody? And so this guy, his name's Tanner Horner. Essentially he's a UPS delivery guy, and he literally goes to this person's house and he's delivering a package or something, and he just kidnaps a girl and, like, 7-year-old, and puts them in his UPS truck, or not UPS, FedEx or whatever, and then proceeds to assault and, subsequently kill her. So it's pretty dark. And I wouldn't, if you're sensitive to these kinds of things, I wouldn't recommend continuing to watch this video. So somebody who does something like this, um, you know, in their life, they've already gone way, way, way too far. And I just want to show you a video. This is kind of, they probably saw this video and they're like, yeah, he's gonna do this again. And it's this one right here. Uh, this is a day after he killed the girl. So this is literally just him, a day after he killed a 7-year-old. Look at him, backwards cap, gauges, or whatever the hell those are called. I don't know what. Yeah. Um, just driving around. This is the part where he gets to that area where, he killed, or he kidnapped the girl. This is crazy too. This guy's literally just, like, driving around, smoking a cigarette, like, just going about his business after he killed a person. So it sort of makes sense, especially for the first verdict, that they're like, this guy's gonna do it again. He's 100% gonna do it again. Imagine he goes scot free, or he never gets caught. In this guy's mind, he's literally like, hell yeah, like, got away with something crazy. I can do it again. Or say, like, he keeps his job, right? They never find him, and who's to say that, he gets in another situation where he delivers another package, to somebody else's house, and, there's another young person there or something. He's literally just gonna do the same thing because he got away. So if they, say, for example, like, he gets 40, 50 years or whatever, and then he gets out. I don't know how the sentences work. Each judge, I think, is different. Fortunately, this was in Texas, so he gets out. Like, literally, it's just in his mind that he's done something like this before. He's gonna do it again, and that's kind of a concept that is pretty consistent with humans in general. Like, once they're able to, whether it's a bad thing, once they accomplish whether it's a bad or a good thing, once they accomplish something bad or good, like, learning how to swim or something, or learning a muscle up or push up for the first time, it becomes a lot easier for you to do it again the next time. And so, unfortunately, that's the same thing with evil, dark things. And so I think that's why they kind of, said, okay, yeah, you're going to hell. I mean, going to jail and dying at the same time. So, all of the above is probably, fortunately, going to happen. somebody like this, I mean, I usually say an eye for an eye. If you kill somebody, I mean, this guy deserves more than death. Like, this guy literally needs to be, like, hung upside down and have his, like, guts removed for what he did. I'm being dead serious. Um, and then shot multiple times. And burned while all of that is happening. That would probably be, like, the more optimal punishment. But unfortunately, it's just gonna be he's actually getting off easy. And to be fair, he hopefully this happens, but his like while he's in jail or prison or whatever, awaiting the death sentence, hopefully he has a much more painful execution. That would be ideal. But so yeah, so he ended up getting the death sentence, and then I think this part of this case is also stupid. It's just hilarious why this process takes so long. He straight up admitted that he did it. I'm pretty sure. So this was in 2022. It's 2026. So the American court system, I guess they just like to dilly dally, or I don't know the specifics of it. I'm not in law or whatever, but it's pretty ridiculous. If a lawyer ever watches this video, I would love to be educated on what exactly or what the reason is for this delay in, something as blatant as this. And obviously they have a video recording. I'm not gonna show it. But there's literally a video recording of the girl in his van, and they have audio recording leading up to the time where she, is murdered essentially. And so there's like more than enough evidence. So yeah, I don't know why it's going for so long. I just wanted to also talk about this. I think this is ridiculous if I'm being honest. So, essentially, this right here is the defense attorney for Horner argued to jurors his autism reduces his moral responsibility for the crime. He also tried to use his diagnosis to paint a sympathetic picture for Horner. What kind of person with autism? First of all, so with autism, people are actually very what's the word? They're very structured, rigid. Things have to be a certain way. They're very loud sounds bother them. Sure, they can have some like social ineptness. They don't reciprocate emotions, which means if somebody looks sad or angry, they're not really able to process that. If somebody smiles, says a funny joke, they'll be like, "Cool." So it's things like that. Maybe this guy had some element of just drugs or whatever he did, just completely fried his brain to the point where he didn't understand those things. But he understood social stuff in the sense of this guy went out of his way to get gauges. He didn't seem like he had. I don't know if anybody knows any person with a real diagnosis of autism that they got in prior to the age of 12 or when they were a kid, not this fake like getting diagnosed in like after the age of like 35 and then I have autism. So yeah, I don't know anybody with that has gauges. And then if you look at this video here. Just look at this. Like, this dude literally has is that somebody with autism? Is that somebody like that literally is very rigid in like getting things in the right place, right order, very stuff like that? Like that's not autism, dude. So yeah, I don't know. That diagnosis is funny. I'm pretty sure like when they heard that, they're just like, bruh, like this dude is like pure evil. So as far as that goes, like sorry, like I didn't mean to laugh about that. It's just ridiculous. I'm laughing at the ridiculousness of it. Like this is a very serious situation. And yes, this person should die 100%. And so yeah, overall, do I think this guy had a psychiatric illness that led to this? Hell no. This was what I like to call pure evil. And he deserves nothing more. I mean, nothing less, sorry. He deserves nothing less than death. And a painful, horrible one for that matter. So hopefully, give some insight into autism. I don't know, but this is not autism. This is just evil. So that's what I wanted to talk about.